You probably clicked on this video because you saw the title, a 17-year-old kid giving life advice to the world. Yes, I'm young, however you need to listen to my story to gain my trust. Growing up, I lived in a middle-class neighborhood and I've always been the super happy, hyper, and passionate person that I am today. I love sports like tennis, soccer, running. I love to see my friends and even making these videos, but what makes me different isn't my childhood, it's my teenage years. Each person faced the COVID-19 pandemic and knows that this was a very dark and challenging time period. However, since then, how has my life changed and what makes me different from others? Well, at the age of 15, the year when COVID began, my mother and I moved to Poland, a country more than 4,500 miles away from where I currently live. I had to adapt to a new culture, a new reality, a new life. I learned to discipline myself, learning and being eager to become a successful entrepreneur. I read a book a week, I started my own business, I'm a straight A student, but I'm not making this video to praise myself in any way for the journey I've had. This video is made for one and one purpose only, you. Each person will view these lessons differently and take this video as something you could refer back to for motivation or to simply refocus. So without further ado, you came to watch a video that could potentially change your perspective on life. With that in mind, I would really appreciate it if you could like, comment, or subscribe for more content like this. And if you'd like to change the lives of other people, please spread my message and share this video. So let's get right into it. The first and key life lesson that I've learned as a 17-year-old kid is that life isn't fair. You may be good looking, you may have lots of money, and you may have perfect health, but at the same time, you may be in danger, you may be sick, and you may not be able to afford your bills. But no matter what, there's one thing that you do have. Yourself, your privileges, and your discipline. Many times in my life, I thought, wow, life can't get any worse for me until I started to take the small things into consideration. And yes, you're special. Even clicking on this video means that you want a change in your life, and that alone makes me grateful. Being grateful has allowed me to open many doors and opportunities in my life. One, I'm more happy, I believe in God, and it's almost like I developed a good karma for myself. With that in mind, it is key to learn to discipline yourself to become your best self. Whether that's doing something that you hate, such as waking up early in the morning, eventually you'll program your mind to develop good habits which will allow you to achieve your goals in a more attainable way. You learn to develop good manners, being respectful, and trying your best in even the smallest things, such as cleaning your room. Remember, small steps eventually lead to fortunes. The second life lesson that I've learned is that knowledge is wealth. To be your best self and to be as successful as possible, constantly strive and be eager to learn and improve yourself each and every day. Knowledge is like food for your brain, and I like to feed my brain with one book a week, preferably about finance, motivation, or entrepreneurship, and that one line in that book or even a word could potentially be a major factor in every aspect of your life. A famous quote that I love goes by this: the real measure of wealth is how much we'd be worth if we lost all of our money. Become a listener instead of a speaker when surrounded by intelligent people, as they may teach you something new. When I was younger, my father always advised me to read a book by Mark Twain, and I wish I did. When I first began investing, instead of taking raw and pure information from books, I followed YouTubers who were being paid and promoted worthless and pumped up stocks. When I read my first book, I was shocked by the amount of valuable information that people weren't talking about, which has helped me to improve mentally and physically. And this leads to my next point. Don't rely on others for success. Instead, pull the trigger and take action. It is you to take control of your life and the trajectory of it. Ultimately, set goals for yourself, know your purpose in life and what you want out of it. By relying on yourself, not only do you make decisions independently, you gain experience, you gain confidence, and you gain freedom. I like to believe that from a young age, it's far more beneficial to come from nothing and learn to be independent with your decisions, rather than someone making decisions for you and being privileged. You're also growing and improving yourself mentally as you learn from your mistakes, and this definitely helps with relationships in the future. You become fearless as you realize that you have the power to make your own decisions. So remember, in this world, it is you against yourself. The last and crucial life lesson that I've learned is that life is meant for enjoyment. Of course, grind, work on yourself, try your best. However, realize that life is short. Live like there's no tomorrow, as one day you may be living your best life, however the next it all collapses. Realize that your mental well-being is also equally as important as your physical well-being, and to achieve that you need balance. And for you it may be different than for every other person. If balance means working 6 times a week, however relaxing 1, or working 3 times a week, however relaxing 4 days, you do you perfect. Know what's your best interest. So hopefully I taught you something new and possibly change your perspective on life. I would really appreciate it if you could like, comment, or subscribe for more content like this. And if you'd like to change someone else's life, then please share this video and spread my message. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.